Buy to learn the amount of money employees generate for Best Buy is $300,000. That is per employee. At Apple, revenue per employee is $2.19 million. They're making a lot of money for that company. Joining us now is Matt Krantz, a markets reporter with USA Today. He's Skyping with us. Good morning to you. And can you give us an idea, based on your report, how many companies are out there with employees that are churning out revenue that tops $1 million?
Did you generate $1 million for your employer this past quarter? If not, you better get working, because there's a number of companies, in fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that have done just that. These companies have generated $1 million in revenue during the first quarter, and that's an average across their workforce.
Are there many that bring in more than $1 million per employee?
There's a number of them. The number one generator is Valero Energy. It's a refinery, oil refinery. This company, each employee generated $3.4 million in revenue. That is an astounding number, and it's the tops among any company in the S&P 500.
What's the correlation between employee productivity, making all this money for companies, and the stock prices?
Well, you know, that's a good question. It really depends on the industry. So this group of companies are mainly energy companies. So Valero and Phillips and EOG Resources. These companies rely on equipment and machinery to pull very pricey materials out of the ground. So when energy companies do well, these companies do well. So that's kind of the correlation of the industry, which also has productivity correspondence to it.
Were you able to detect from your reporting whether these companies could pay higher wages?
Well, you know, wages and productivity are two very different things. These are companies that are normally investing heavily in technology. These are companies that are using investment to replace workers, and as a result, the workers generate more revenue. So in a way, there may be a negative correlation. I haven't really looked at that. That's a good question. But these are companies that are trying to use technology to replace what's called human capital. So maybe there's an inverse relationship there, but that would be a study for another day.
Well, thanks, Matt. We'll have you back.
Thank you very much.